Hello and welcome to our League Challenge here at Psycho Turtle. I am Dennis Geisler. I am joined by Woody Gilbertson, and we have a pretty fun one today. We cannot see anything on our screen over here, so I'm just kind of assuming that I'm still on the screen. Hey, there we go. Yeah, we have 13 Masters here today. Playing some Reg F. Pretty early on in Reg F. Is this the first Reg F tournament here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're seeing Reg F for the first time. We're seeing some of these Pokemon, well, not for the first time ever, but for the first time in quite a while.
Yeah, we're getting back into the legendaries here. We see Okidogi, Articuno, we see Tornadus, Landorus, Heatran, Chinpow,
Yeah, like a majority of both these teams wouldn't have been around in Reg H. It is Lucy Parker and Abigail Watson. Lucy is running, as you mentioned, Okidogi, Articuno, Alola Ninetales, Tornadus, Ogerpon Hearthflame, and Landorus. Abby is running Sneasler, Rillaboom for a Giraffe, Heatran, Ogerpon Wellspring, and Chenpow.
Now, I really love these snow teams that are coming up, because it when you first see it, it kind of looks like it's a gimmick of like, oh, I'm going to set snow, I'm going to have Articuno that's spamming Blizzard, but it's so powerful, right? We see the choice specs on the Articuno. It's got that snow cloak, so you might just miss into it. It is a nasty team at times. Yeah,
and there are a lot of really excellent matchups for it, so, and I know Lucy is not the only one running Articuno today, so we might see it more than once throughout the afternoon. Yeah, we'll have to see. Meanwhile, Abby over there with the Sneasler, Rillaboom, Heatran, Giraffe, Water, Ogerpon, and Chenpow. Got some good answers in the snow there. There certainly are a couple of good answers, and it is interesting seeing that Sneasler in Reg F. Obviously, Sneasler was so powerful, and you don't even see it on the lead here. Sneasler was so powerful in Reg H.
Yeah.
So it's interesting whether or not we do see it here. So it's going to be the Tornadus and the Landorus on Lucy's side, the double Genies up against the Ogerpon Wellspring and the Chenpow on Abby's side. Obviously, the Chenpow immediately threatens the Landorus, and the Tornadus for that matter, in a couple of ways. We're going to see the instant Terra onto the Wellspring, actually. I don't hate that, given that you're basically just staring down a lot of special damage, and especially a couple things that are good against grass.
Yeah, you want to get away from the super effective hits that are immediately being threatened, and like you said, the nice special defense boost against two special attackers definitely makes sense over there from Abby. Really make sure that you are here safely for a while.
Lucy will get that Tailwind up.
Oh, Abby reads the Protect correctly, and ow.
Not enough to pick up the KO there, and yeah, the Ivy Cudgel going into the Landorus. I'm guessing that would have picked up the KO on Landorus as well, assuming no Terra. But Tornadus is still around, so it can launch out a Bleak Wind if it wants to break Chenpow's Focus Sash. Although, of course, you have to worry about the Sucker Punch here. And we'll see the Terra for Lucy here. Both players moving kind of quickly.
And, maybe Abby doesn't mind that the Tornadus lives because it got Tailwind up, but it's not the strongest offensive threat, and so letting it sit here on the field and not do much after that is okay, right?
I'm curious if Lucy is... Oh, no, it's just going to be the double protect here from Abby, so... We'll see if Lucy wants to go for, the Snowscape. I was figuring that this was going to come out here. This does tell Abby that Lucy probably has Articuno in the back.
Yeah, setting up for that to activate both the Blizzard and Snow Cloak, right? The Snow is very, very essential if you're going to be running Articuno.
But it also means that the Snow is active, and there's very little downside for Lucy that that's the case. The taunt onto the Wellspring is really nice.
Yeah, it'll make sure you can't redirect anymore after this. You can't protect anymore.
Ooh, and the Sucker Punch was aimed into the Tornadus, so Landorus gets a free hit off here. We'll see who it goes for. It does go for that Chenpow. Should bring it to Sash. Yep, there we go.
Not the bulkiest Pokemon, but that's why you're seeing so much Focus Sash on it, so it can live those hits.
And we'll see the Ivy Cudgel out of the Ogerpon. I'm curious how much this will do. Oh, the critical hit will pick up the knockout.
Yeah, which...
That's tough. I wonder if the non-crit would have done it. I'm honestly not sure. It is Terra Water, so it is getting that boost, but...
Yeah, I think that also tells us that if the Landorus didn't Terra, it would drop to that, right? Because it would be super effective.
Oh,
so
yeah,
more
absolutely.
Than a crit. Yeah. So, some knowledge there.
And now we will see that Articuno. The question is, what does Lucy want to try to lock into here? Because Blizzard will not do a whole lot to...
Wellspring?
Wellspring, yeah. And even Freeze Dry isn't great against it at +1 with that Terra boost. We'll see how much this does here.
Yeah, I mean,
it is specs. Okay. That's not bad damage, but you would really like it to KO. Throat Chop, solid chunk of damage. We'll see the Ivy Cudgel connect. Does the double up KO? Ooh, barely not.
That's that defense boost from Snow. That's such a small interaction, right? But really saves Articuno there. Gives it a nice free bit of bulk.
That's absolutely true. The problem is no Tailwind anymore, and the HP bars for Lucy are getting kind of low. Kind of low, given that there are still 2 full HP Pokemon in the back for Abby.
Yeah, and there is some weird mind games happening here. It's maybe less, I would say less of a deal because the Tailwind's gone, but the Okidogi is carrying Upper Hand, which you can click into Sucker Punch. And, there's some weird priority mind games there, but not yet. No need when the Chen-Pao is just cleanly the fastest thing on the field.
Ivy Cudgel did a lot of damage to Okidogi. It takes it and is able to pick up the KO onto the Ogerpon, but again, just very low HP bars on Lucy's side. And you do have the Drain Punch, but no real way for Tornadus to get any HP back, and you have to worry about some of the priority mind games here.
Yeah, right, because now you can set Tailwind and regain speed control. Oh, that takes a lot of priority mind games out, right?
It really does. The Upper Hand now can't go into the Chen-Pao, which now means that the Chen-Pao is freely able to go for a Sucker Punch.
Right.
Although I don't know if a Sucker Punch would KO the Okidogi from this range, so maybe you don't go for that.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Sucker Punch aimed into the Tornadus, actually.
Okay.
Not going to get it through the Tailwind there.
Yeah. Always good to have the speed control. But yeah, since this Okidogi does have Assault Vest, maybe it's just a thought of, like, I don't need to Sucker Punch you right now. Right? You have to attack every turn. Psychic, that's...
Well, and that's a big part of it as well, is that if you're confident that you can take that knockoff from the Okidogi, you pretty much just win with this play, and now there's really nothing Lucy can do. Yeah. It's either going to be a Sucker Punch or a or another hit from the Frigiraf. And yeah, that taunt's blocked as well. But
it's blocked by both the being a Dark type and the armor type.
Yeah, actually, that's true. I didn't even think of that.
I have a feeling Lucy was just going for
just clicking buttons. Yeah. In any case, a real nice win there for Abby in game number 1.
Yeah, I think, like we were talking about before, Abby's got some good answers into Snow here. Didn't even have to see the Heatran. I thought that'd be a bigger deal, but...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the...
and Heatran, there's really nothing Articuno... Well, actually, there's one thing Articuno can do about Heatran, and it's that Sheer Cold button.
Yeah, the Choice Spec Sheer Cold. So you get 50% more than a one-hit KO. Yeah.
50% more Sheer Cold. Just turn off the music. I always love turning off the music. It's so funny.
Really lock in. Right. So now, if you're Lucy, what are you looking at for an adjustment here in Game 2?
It's really tough to say. I do think you need an earlier answer to the Ogerpon.
Yeah, and I do think that having an earlier Okidogi would be good, right? Because the Gunk Shot absolutely threatens Ogerpon instantly. And even when it does tear it, you're a physical attacker, so you don't care too much about the special defense boost. So I think that is a pretty good response, but it's certainly not a hard counter.
Yeah,
right?
And I don't hate the idea of moving away from Snow in this matchup, just because, yeah, it feels great if Ogerpon doesn't Terra and you use Freeze Dry into it and just pick up the one-hit KO. But that happens so rarely that you might as well not even consider it.
Yeah. We see the same lead from Abby, right? There was nothing wrong with it. These two alone nearly swept game 1. So we see Chen-Pao and Ogerpon Wellspring. But from Lucy, we do see the Tornadus with Okidogi. It's a slight adjustment here. We'll see how this first turn here plays out. See if there's any turn 1 Terras right off the rip. I think both players terrored on turns 1 and 2 last game, right?
Yes. Yeah, they did.
We'll see if we get any more early lock-ins. There's definitely some threatening damage from that Okidogi, right? Move into the Chen-Pao. I guess it doesn't worry too much with the Sash.
Yeah, but yeah, we will see the Wellspring Terra, which, again, I don't hate it in this matchup regardless, but it could end up being an issue later if it's suddenly like, oh, wait, that didn't do anything in this turn that I needed it to.
Right.
We'll see the Tornadus Tailwind, so it should be Okidogi moving next. Actually, we'll see. It might be Chen Pao. No, there's Okie Dokie going for the gunk shot into the Chen Pao.
Ooh. Do we get the poison to take care of that?
Poison would be big here. No poison.
Oh,
the Ice
and a
Crash
miss.
misses the Okie Dokie.
Okay.
Heavy Cudgel will connect, and it should bring Okie Dokie down to pretty low HP. Oh, never mind.
All
the
right.
critical hit will pick up the KO. Second Ivy Cudgel crit for a one-hit KO.
Yeah.
In the set.
It's boosted, right? But
It is boosted. I think it's like 1 in 8 for a crit on Ivy Cudgel. So
dang.
tough for Lucy there, but does mean to get the Ogrepon in now.
And
Problem is that you are dealing with a Chen Pao and another Ogrepon.
yeah.
Could go for the even Terrifier Horn Leech potentially.
Yeah. And you got options, right? You got speed control, so you know your Ogrepon is the faster Ogrepon.
Absolutely.
And that helps relieve a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're faster. The Chen Pao can be taken out by literally any hit. You've got a strong, super effective move into this. Oh.
And what's interesting, we'll see Lucy's Terra on the Tornadus here. I'm curious about that move. I guess specifically just defensive against Chen Pao.
Yeah, usually you see that Terra Dark on the Prankstermon so they can't get taunted, right? Because of the Dark.
Yeah, by another Tornadus usually.
Yeah, another Prankster, yeah.
But and it's another Terra burn on a double protect turn from Abby. And that's something that Abby's done a really good job at, is just scouting out some of the big moves that Lucy goes for.
Yeah, saying I'm feeling good with my position. I think I can wait and see what you're doing, and it also helps burn another turn of Tailwind, only lasting 4 turns. So every turn that you get rid of it, really influential. Alright. Well, and the only thing that we've ever seen in the back from Abby here was that Frigger app.
Yeah, we did see the
don't even know what the fourth would be. Yeah, so committing to the Dark Terra here, saying, I think I need this.
Ooh, okay, Horn Leech does pick up the KO on the opposing Ogrepon, and it heals up Lucy's Ogrepon back up to full, so this honestly is getting to a better spot for Lucy, where you only taken a little bit of damage from the Chen Pao. You get rid of the, and you do land the Bleak Wind, you do get the Wellspring as well, so now Abby's down to her final 2 with still 1 Pokemon in the back for Lucy that she hasn't shown to Abby at all yet.
And still 1 more turn of Tailwind for Lucy, and Lucy can swap out that Tailwind setter if you see these two and say, oh, I need Tailwind again later. Oh, it is Heatran. Makes sense.
It is Heatran.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, Heatran does have that Flash Fire, so it is not really threatened by Ogrepon in the slightest, honestly.
No, not at all.
So it's mainly a question, and honestly, it's not threatened by Bleak Wind damage at all.
No. It looks like Lucy's going to go for this plan of, I'll deal with this Heatran later, right? Of
Bleak Wind. Ooh, Bleak Wind misses for a Giraffe. That is tough for Lucy, because that's really what the damage you need to go down on. But the Magma Storm misses.
Yeah, and that is the risk with that move, right? Isn't it 80, 85% accuracy?
It is, I think, 85, yeah.
Yeah, definitely not 100, right? So you're probably going to see a couple misses throughout the days you're playing it, but it's okay. You know, Trick Room goes up, so...
Yeah, I do like Giraffe getting the Trick Room up there, because now you get to play a little bit more offensive with these 2 Pokemon, and you kind of figure... You think about what Lucy probably has in the back. She hasn't set Snow, so it's probably not Articuno. It's probably not Ninetales because of that. So you can kind of guess that it's going to be the Landorus.
Yeah.
And so then you know that you're going to be faster than anything in the back.
Yeah.
There's the Magma Storm. It will do that damage over time effect as well. Bleak Wind. No, it just goes into the Giraffe for tag.
Okay.
It does land on the Heat Rain. It's doing a little bit more damage than I had expected, honestly.
Those few pixels that it moves.
Oh,
Mold Breaker.
Mold Breaker. I already forgot about that.
Yes.
Oh man, yeah, I forgot about Mold Breaker. So that does mean that the Ivy Cudgel is able to go into the Heat Ran. And that's a good reason to not Terra the Ogrepon in that case, but...
Yes. Yeah.
Still an awkward spot for Lucy. Probably going to have to stall out Trick Room a little bit here, because I would imagine we get something like a Hyper Voice plus an attack into the Tornadus at this point.
I do, like, if we are thinking is, like, probably Landorus, and Landorus would probably win this game outside of Trick Room, right?
I would generally agree with that. Ooh, the Psychic into the Earth Flame? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I
So
was
certainly not
confused there for a minute. I was like, it's not into tornadoes, I don't think. Right. I think Abby knows her type chart.
Yeah, but I think this is looking...
There's just a lot of damage going down right now.
Yeah.
And he ran Speed Falls, which I guess will help it in Trick Room, but...
I mean, both of Abby's Pokemon are moving before both of Lucy's here.
Yeah. Although, I guess the order could matter a little bit, but...
True. Now, if I'm counting correctly, I think we still have 2 turns of Trick Room?
I believe we do, and so I guess... I think it comes down to Sandsear accuracy?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I think it'll come down to Sandsear accuracy.
Yeah,
because I think we'll probably see a double KO here, probably with the Hyper Voice, if I had to guess.
Probably.
We'll see another Magma Storm miss.
Yeah, 1 for 2 for 4.
But yeah, it doesn't really matter. The Hyper Voice picks up the double KO there, and we'll get the Throat Spray for the first draft.
Yes, that is good thinking. Saying like I've got an inaccurate move, and there's Follow Me on the board, and Pokemon are both in the red HP. Let's just click like the guaranteed knockout button. Absolutely.
So now the question is, we know that Landorus has Protect, so it will be able to protect through the final turn of Trick Room. And then presumably it's gonna click Sandsear because you want to hit both of these targets right now. It'll pick up both KOs.
Is there a world where you don't click Sandsear because you aren't afraid of dropping in 1 turn?
That's also a possibility. I do think that's a possibility. Although I'd be a little afraid of like a crit.
Yeah.
I guess that's less likely than missing Sandsear, but at the same time,
yeah,
it's kind of the same odds where it's like, okay, well, if Sandsear doesn't connect, then...
Yeah, and I also think, realizing both of them, Abby's Pokemon here have Protect.
Yeah, and that's a big thing, is that if you do aim into... For example, if you aim into Heat Ran and it protects, and Furgiraf gets the Trick Room up, then you kind of just lose.
Yeah.
And that actually might be what Abby's going for here.
Yeah.
So, Sandsear? There's the Protect. Abby's hoping. And it does land into the Furgiraf. So that'll do it for Game 2. So we're heading to Game 3.
Yeah. Now just a clean Earth Power, guaranteed no accuracy checks here. There's no issues. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, really good adjustment from Lucy saying, like, I don't need snow. You've got a lot of tools in the snow, so I'm just going to bring this kind of... it was very underused in the first time around. Okie dokie, right? But it's pretty good. And like Assault Vest help patches up its special defense weakness. And it's got a lot of good coverage there, and knockoff, Drain Punch, Upper Gunk Shot.
Yeah, and I mean, you wonder how... Because Lucy won that despite a big crit onto the Okie Dokie picking up the knockout early on.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that would have been extra pressure towards the end of the battle. It did mean that Hearthflame was able to come in at a slightly better spot, but I'm curious if that mattered at all for how the game went down.
Yeah, one of those weird instances where getting crit is good for you. I don't know. I mean, because we saw it really needed all the Trick Room turns were very important there, so maybe it'd be fine. But see how now it's on Abby to adjust, right? Saying, okay, you led Chien-Pao, Wellspring both games, worked out for you very well the first game, almost pulled it off the second game. So,
is there a world where we see the Rillaboom Sneasler? It does, because the Unburden means that Sneasler is able to be faster than a lot of stuff on this team under Tailwind.
Yeah, I would assume.
And the flying coverage is pretty good. It'll depend on how fast the Sneasler is, because certainly a max speed Sneasler would be faster than everything, and it depends past that, but flying coverage is really good against everything other than the ice types. And if you figured the ice types aren't going to be there, it's certainly an option.
Yeah.
And there it is!
Yeah, excellent read there. That thing, hey, you got this fighting type, this poison fighting type, that's a huge issue, and it's the Okie Dokie's Terra Grass, right? Great for getting around Spore or Redirection. You're not getting away from this acrobatics weakness. And that is a 110 power, possibly with a boost from Terra Flying. Yeah, that is a really good direct threat into this Okie Dokie.
Yeah, I think you could just immediately Terra Flying this thing. Yeah, we're gonna see it.
These players do not waste time waiting on their Terras.
I appreciate that. Well, not wasting time clicking their buttons and also not wasting time with their Terras. But there we will see the Terra Flying Sneasler. We'll see what it can get done in this one. Rillaboom goes for the fake out into the Okie Dokie. This might be a fake out Sword Stance for Abby, which I would really like, actually.
Yeah, if you're very confident saying, hey, I got this Unburden, I am faster than your Tailwind. I'm double speed as well.
I like that a lot. I really like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because now there is nothing that takes an Acrobatics at this point.
Yeah. Say, you want to keep the Okie Dokie in, it'll drop. If you want to switch it out, whatever you bring in is probably dropping as well. There's no flying resists on Lucy's team here.
I guess the one concern for Abby here is that you're either taking a lot of damage from Okie Dokie, which we'll just see the Okie Dokie drop right now, or you risk the Bleak Wind speed drop.
Oh,
which could be a pretty solid out for Lucy.
Yeah.
We will see Bleak Wind miss the Rillaboom. Ooh. It hits the Sneasler, but does a decent chunk. No speed drop.
Okay. Yeah, and chances, if you're doing the probability in that turn, you're like, chance of miss, it's a low chance to speed drop anyway. Probably worth it for Abby to say, I'm going to take KO here.
Yeah, and missing the Rillaboom is also not ideal on top of that. Rillaboom doesn't have a great defensive matchup against a lot of this stuff, but you really prefer that not happening.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is an AV Rillaboom, so I think it probably would have, I assume it would have lived, right?
It would have taken the Bleak Wind for sure, but it would have been a nice chunk onto it and would have made it easier to follow up on later, even just with more Bleak Winds. But we'll see the Landorus Protect. If Abby reads this, the game is like kind of over.
Oh, yeah.
Sneasler just protects. Okay, that's reasonable enough. We might see the Rillaboom go for a U-turn potentially. We'll see the Bleak Wind, of course.
Yeah,
and it does connect on the Rilla this time.
Oh wow!
So yeah, a little under half.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, yeah. Reads the protect, saying I'm gonna U-turn into this thing because I want to U-turn into a protect and get stuck on the field.
And we're pivoting and we're getting the fake out later, so not a bad move at all.
The fake out later can't prevent a resetting of Tailwind because the Tornadus is running the Covert Cloak item. So you are, if you're Lucy, if you can keep this Tornadus alive for another turn or two, you can reset Tailwind and you can keep this pressure up of saying, hey, your Sneasler has to keep offense, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the problem here is that Abby, there's really nothing Lucy can do about Abby going for Follow Me plus Acrobatics against the against the Landorus here. And Lucy has gone for the Taunt, which we'll see in a moment, to stop it from doing that next turn. But I'm pretty sure Landorus just drops to Acrobatics right now.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because, it gets to go for the Sludge Bomb. I think it does pick up, but the problem is I think Landorus drops here, and
most likely not a very good.
Abby is now able to bring in fake out pressure.
Yeah.
There's the Acrobatics. Into the Tornadus. That's interesting.
Yeah, I guess this is.
I guess that's reasonable enough.
Control here, yeah. Because like you're saying, I guess the one out for Lucy is saying like, I need to outspeed your Sneasler.
Yeah, because the Tailwind runs out, and we actually did see there that the Landorus under Tailwind was faster than the Unburdened Sneasler. Which I think probably means that Heart Flame would be as well.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's not shocking if you just try to get Sneasler very bulky. I mean, that was an issue. That's something that came up for me yesterday. It was like a Chlorophyll Lilligant. And it's like, okay, it's a Lilligant, it's Chlorophyll, but like, I'm pretty sure it's just, I've got stuff that's faster under Tailwind, even stuff that's naturally slower just because I have to be faster in order to be, quicker, and a lot of the time I'm guessing the Sneasler probably very invested in attack, probably maybe some defensive investment. We see the Heatran now, which,
as we remember, the Mold Breaker.
Mold Breaker is available, although we saw the Ivy Cudgel not really do a whole lot.
Yeah. It's not a guaranteed huge chunk here, but it's good to remember.
I don't know if I love that from Lucy there. I kind of would have preferred making it a 50-50 read. On like a Protect here, because now you just lose your Ogerpon to Acrobatics, and I guess there's a way out for Lucy if she picks up the KO on the Sneasler here with the Sludge Bomb.
The issue is this Heatran is running Earth Power. Now that this Landorus is Terra Poison, it's susceptible to that.
And I'm guessing it'll honestly just be Magma Storm, just to do the damage over time.
I don't want to guarantee Earth Power damage. No. Yes,
and it's a miss.
I would say, I think this is the out. Now we're facing a situation where Rillaboom has to come out. You can protect a burn fake out turn. And now it's I think it's genuinely up in the air here, right?
It is really tough, because there's not a ton of damage that Abby has against the Landorus here.
Yeah, it's really just Earth Power, but you can read that and say, I'm going to Earth Power you first, and you're going to drop. Yeah, there's some Protect Mind games for sure, but this is, because of that Magma Storm miss, I think this is now very much either player's game.
Yeah, this is... Honestly, I think it's pretty favored for Lucy right here. Because I think he can just click Earth Power against Heatran, and it's not like Wood Hammer does that much to you at this point. You can even click Sandsear if you want.
Yeah,
Heatran will protect, but you do get a little bit of damage onto the Rillaboom with the Sandsear, assuming it connects.
Now, does Sandsear, is it secondary effect of burn? Or
doesn't matter. Sheer force.
Oh, true. Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah,
it is a burn.
Okay.
But, ooh, the critical hit on the Rillaboom. Pretty good damage. We'll see what the Wood Hammer actually does here. It's not bad, but it's not enough.
Right, I think we're staring down a necessary double... Oh, no, Grassy Glide. Oh, there's so many layers here. I was thinking, like, a double protect from...
The problem is, I think that Wood Hammer just does too much recoil damage for Rillaboom.
Well, another Wood Hammer takes Landorus very low, and then you've got Grassy Glide.
Goodbye, Heatran.
No way.
I guess the problem is, does Wood Hammer knock out Rillaboom right now?
Yeah, that...
It very much might. There's the Wood Hammer, down to 25 HP. Rillaboom's still standing.
Yeah.
Alright. I don't think Grassy Glide does it.
Maybe not.
After a Protect.
Yeah, I would say, like, 2 more turns of Grassy Terrain. So, honestly, I think you're right there. I think this healing will take Landorus out of Glide range, but I'm wondering, is technically the guaranteed win here another Protect?
Man, that Magma Storm.
Yeah, so big. Yeah, if that had been an Earth Power, I think the game's over, right?
I think so. I mean, based on what we've seen, Grassy Glide, not enough. Would have been enough with a crit, but Lucy Parker with 11 HP remaining is going to take our Game 1. What a set. That was a real fun one.
Yeah. Very much game 1 very much in Abby's favor, then game 2 went back and forth, game 3 there, very close.
Yeah, really and it looked good for Abby from the start, and she got a really good opening with the Sneasler, but Lucy kind of found the out with the Landorus, especially just seeing what was probably in the back and just handling that. Really, really well done from Lucy there with a very funky team.
Yeah.
But making it work. You cut it out. We're gonna take a quick break. We will be back with round number 2. Don't go anywhere.